Hi everyone, Fishwife here. I'm going to tell you how to do some AFK macroing to get your skill on Provocation up. So Provocation, aka Provo, it's a very powerful skill. It allows you to pit monsters against each other. Allows you to have monsters attack other players. And so you can take two dragons, for example, make them fight each other, and then one's dead, one's very wounded. Kill the wounded one, and you just made your life very easy. It's kind of like playing PvE on easy mode in this game. You can make lots of money very quickly with the Provo character, and it's something very easy to do that you can basically do overnight. You just make a macro, set it, forget it, wake up the next morning, you're almost a grandmaster, and you can start taking on very, very heinous monsters in this game. So what we're going to do is we're going to find a graveyard. So I'm actually at the Vesper graveyard right now, and I actually have somebody right next to me in the blue robe who's macroing up Provo as we speak. So what you want to do is you want to be in someplace fairly safe. You don't want to be where there's a lot of casting mobs or archery mobs. So here, these are all zombies and skeletons. So you're going to start your Provo on zombies or skeletons, work up to skeletal knights, and then eventually rotting corpses. And I'll put a guide below the video to explain all of this. Not my guide, somebody else's guide, but it'll explain things in more detail if you need that. So you're going to want to have several of the same type of musical instrument in your backpack, because as you do this as your character does this for hours, it's going to wear away at your instrument and eventually break it. So what you're going to want to do is take your instrument though and drop it. If your computer already knows like which instrument you're going to pick because you've used the skill recently. So and then use the skill Provocation and ask what instrument you want to play. So just hit escape to get rid of the selection cursor, put the instrument back in your backpack, then hit record on your macro, hit use the skill Provocation. It's going to ask what instrument shall you play, click your instrument. Now click in this case we're going to click the zombie, and then we're going to click ourself. And we're going to hit stop. So it says use skill Provocation. Okay, that's fine. Wait for target. We'll get rid of that in a second. Absolute target. So that was our tambourine. So we're going to want to change that to by type, so that when that tambourine eventually breaks, it'll start targeting any tambourine in our backpack. Absolute target, we're going to convert that by type. So it's going to target any zombie. So there's plenty of zombies in it, just in case one dies or they all die for some reason. Another character comes along and kills all of them. When the zombies respawn, we'll go back to targeting any zombie in the area. And then execute target self. So that's fine. So we don't want to provoke a zombie onto another monster because they'll kill each other. But if we provoke them onto us, they can't touch us because we're on the other side of the fence, and the monster will stay alive. And then we have to insert a pause wait here for 10,000 seconds, or 10,000 milliseconds, I should say. So that's 10 seconds, and we're gonna make sure the loop is checked. Now all these wait for targets, I'm gonna change all of those to half a second or 500 millisecond pauses, just because when you have a definite time, it stops the macro from getting hung up. So that's what I would suggest doing there. And so for that, you just right click special construct, insert pause, click pause for 500, insert, and then you can just delete that wait for target. So you just click remove action and yes. And so that's how you would replace each one of those. And then you just hit play and you walk away from the computer, and that'll just keep running. And like I said, this is completely fine. Almost every Ultima Online server allows stuff like this, and as long as it's not resource gathering. So like I said, follow the guide for some more information, and hopefully you'll be a Grandmaster Provo soon. Thanks a lot. See you soon.